Clements Homebrew.
Coming at ya.
Well, today we got a pretty sweet beer. So this just recently came out. It is from...
Indeed.
Oh, indeed it has. And it's from Pelican Pub Brewery. And it was given to me by one of my salesmen that carries this brand. And it was really awesome. I think it's awesome that he gave me one of the first bottles that he saw and was able to get. So...
yeah,
cool
which is pretty cool. So it's a new beer. We'll go ahead and show it.
Boom! It's the Pelican Pub Brewery Silverspot English IPA, but it's a Silverspot IPA.
And one thing to note on this is they've already made the decision that they are making this part of their regular lineup.
Yeah.
So very cool.
It's really cool.
It's we'll go ahead and tell them, Christian, a little bit about the beer.
Well, you can open it then.
Okay.
So it's the English style Indian Pale Ale. It's 6.5%. It has an IBU of 55. But the cool thing is it's named actually after the silver spot butterfly, which is found in the coastal areas like grasslands of California to Washington, and there's a handful of protected areas around there. And the cool thing is off the brewery of Pelican Pub, you can actually see one of the protected areas, and a portion of the proceeds actually goes to help fund the conservations.
We've poured it, and you can see it's a nice,
very
nice
beer.
amber to slightly like gold to copper in color.
Yeah.
Really an attractive beer.
Yeah.
I poured my side probably a little more aggressively. You can see I've got about a finger and a half head on mine.
I would say, these are supposed to be a little bit more gold. I think this may be lighter for the English style, don't you think?
And
maybe?
I doubt it, but you could see, but there are like light bubbles coming up off the bottom with this.
Very light bubbles.
So it means
good.
it has some nice carbonation on it.
A pretty white head, just slightly off-white, which is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, kind of real fluffy. Very nice. So let's get a nose on this.
Very floral.
Oh, yeah, you get a really nice hop profile for an English IPA.
Yeah.
This is actually made with Sterling, Fuggle, and Meridian hops.
Yeah. Which gives it quite a different scent than most IPAs that we get around
And
here.
I just got a real, like a malty, biscuity scent off of there from the malt. Yeah. Yeah, it was more of a
little bit of a biscuit.
Yeah, more of a
scent.
biscuit malt as opposed to like, typical toffees or other things. But that's not uncharacteristic for an English IPA. You can get toffees, caramel, or biscuits off that. But and I get some sweet citrus scents off of that.
Very sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some nice floral hops. It's actually really a appealing aroma, I would say.
Pretty good to me.
All right, cheers.
Cheers to this. You definitely get that biscuity taste right at the beginning too.
You do. This 6.5 I think is on the high end for an English IPA. So it's going to have a little more character than you might typically get, but
oh yeah, but that's got a little bit of bitterness. But that's got sweetness from the hops. I like it.
Wow. I've seen some scores, not necessarily high, but you know what? This is a nice, easy drinking beer.
It's a very easy drinking
It's a really tasty, nice beer, I've got to say.
Yeah, this definitely has more malt character than a normal IPA, which is exactly what an English IPA has, and it's not as strong in the hoppiness, but it is more bitter than you would.
But you actually get quite a bit. It's an interesting mix with the Sterling and along with the Fuggle and Meridian, and you really though. It's not what I want to call a malty beer. It's not a heavy malt beer.
No, it's very
but it has
light,
a nice malt taste to it, a nice light to medium malt taste, more to the light side. And yeah, as we said before, you get some of that biscuit hop in there, and it's a little unique, but it's just a pretty easy drinking beer. Very, very nice.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit. This is good.
Of course, it's 6.5%. You probably can't technically call this a sessionable beer. So you really could just pound down a whole lot of these.
No.
Typically, when I think of an English IPA, I think of something that's more in that 4 to 5.5 range. 4.5 to 5.5%.
If you're sitting down watching football,
And that's what I was thinking about.
this is really nice.
So again, floral, a little bit of bite, little spicy bite off the hops, kind of a different bite.
There's
Kind
just
of
a
a-
nice breadiness to it.
Yeah, kind of earthiness
Biscuit
to it.
breadiness.
But you got a little bit of bready malt.
You can taste the floral hops, which I like.
You really can.
I really
So-
like that. But it's mellow. It really is mellow.
It is. It is. Very much an easy drinker. All right, I'm not going to say that I'm any expert on rating English IPAs.
No, neither am I.
IPAs, no problem. English IPAs, we don't have all that many.
But we did look up the definition so that we were not
we
sounding
have
like
studied up
retards.
on English IPAs.
Which,
So we have a good understanding. So I'm going to go ahead and rate it as an English IPA.
yes.
I mean, technically speaking, probably a little higher on the alcohol level. Probably a little more hop character. So rating on a true English IPA, you can't rate it super high. I'm going to give it an 86 on the English IPA rating
Really?
Mhm.
I
as an English IPA.
Well, I think differently as an English IPA because they're supposed to have a little bit of malty background. It's got to have a little biscuit flavor. It's got to have you can taste the hops a little bit, but it's not over strong. And the fact is, it's bitter like it was supposed to be. It's very clear, and it's got the correct head. I mean, for me, for not having too many English-style IPAs, I would count this as a 92.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think this is excellent.
And again, I count it down because it's not what I call a typical with some of the variations they did with hops there. Now, coming back to overall, I think it's a different matter because overall, I think it's a very pleasurable beer. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm still going to think in terms a little bit on the English IPA side. But I'm going to jump up a little bit on my overall. I'm going to push it up to an 88 for my overall. I think it's a really nice, really drinkable beer.
I went the opposite of you because I thought it was an excellent English IPA, but the fact is, we're talking about me sitting around drinking all day long and where I'm at. I'm going to give this an 86.
Yeah, so this is a fun beer. And if you like English IPA styles, I would certainly encourage you to go out and try it. And if you like something a little different on the hop
yeah.
end, it really is a little different. Those floral hops come through in the taste. It really has its own style for sure.
All right, well, from Clements Homebrew, life is too short.
To drink cheap beer
And we'll see you
on the next beer review.